So, definitely not. What episode is this? This is about 6?
I don't know. Yeah,
7?
7, I think it is.
7.
Actually,
I think
not
it's
6,
7.
Yeah.
We've only released up to 5?
4.
4?
Yeah.
Oh, so this is 6.
No, it's not.
So this is 7.
Hey,
Wow.
are you high, motherfucker?
No,
Okay,
I'm not.
just checking.
I mean, I'm high on Zinniana Grandes.
I'm not
Zinniana
used to
Grande.
sitting so close to each other. I can smell your Zin. Is it mint?
Yeah, it is.
I can smell it.
I'm sorry.
Good. See, she's never said that about me. She can never smell
That's a lie.
what I'm cooking.
So how's everyone
All right.
doing with the fall of the American Empire? This is not okay. Just to
So, yeah, let's. This is definitely
Hit 'em.
not. This is a podcast about a whole bunch of shit, and it is not a political fucking podcast.
this is not a political podcast. We should
This fucking chair is loud.
Yeah, it is.
Listen at-
That's why I grabbed you that other one, and you were like, "Let me just take this one."
That sounds weird.
ride in the audio.
Oh, there it is, baby.
This guy's terrible. This guy's fucking terrible.
Grease her up.
This is not a political podcast in the way that we know what we're talking about, but also we don't talk specifically just about politics. That's what I mean.
Right.
But
I get
we,
you, bro.
we will talk about some things that are political.
Fuck yeah.
But not really deep dive too much and not let you necessarily know what side we're on. Even
You'll
though,
know.
Even though, like, you might, yeah, you're like, oh,
You might try to figure it out, but we're pretty crafty.
if
We're
you-
not. I voted for
We're-
Kamala. I did not vote for this bullshit.
Holy shit.
I don't care.
Me and this is Bory Bands, by the way. Me and Gonzo are pretty fucking crafty.
Yeah, we're pretty crafty. Yeah. If someone tells us, hey, you got to show up to work at this time, we'll be like, all right.
You're a dick. You know you've been doing this shit all day too.
What?
Just like undermining, cutting my legs out in front of me. You know what I'm saying?
Me?
Yes.
No, I
Are you
haven't been
poking
doing-
jabs at me?
You? Oh, no. So this comes into. Well, anyways, we'll bring that topic up, but yeah. So
Well, there we go.
Let me see. Vanilla Ice, or actually,
Vanilla Ice is the first topic.
the Department of Ice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This
I was like,
Ice. I can't say that.
yes,
No,
you can.
well-
You can say whatever you want. That
off,
lady
Ice.
called that little kid the N word. You can say whatever you want.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
True.
No, this shit.
We're in a new America.
This shit is actually really insane. I'm seeing videos and pictures of LA on fire, and it really makes
LA.
me.
I was weird.
Yeah, we were confused for a
Yeah, I was
second.
like, wait
You
a
mean
minute.
Los Angeles?
Los
Yes,
Angeles.
yes.
It really makes me happy to understand that I come from this kind of background of people that will always like stand up and protest. Like it comes from the Watts riots,
Right.
the Rodney King riots, several protests.
Zoot suit riots, all kind of bullshit.
Yeah, LA, people have this weird personification of LA that it's nothing but rich people and douchebags, but like that's LA from the left side and the richer side. The hardworking class of LA struggle and survive every single day, from Compton to Bell Gardens to Cudahy, California. You have so many people just trying to survive, and it's insane to see like how much like anger has been brought out into the surface. Now, I'll be honest. I saw this picture of a guy holding a Mexican flag while riding a dirt bike, and there's cops behind him and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, the optics are kind of shit, bro. I'll be honest. Like, at least wave the American flag. If you, dude, you want to really juke him out? You want to really juke him out? Wear the Confederate flag. Dude, that would be bars, dude. They'd be like, what the, what kind of
It's
what?
a Mexican man holding the Confederate flag.
That shit would be bars.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, I'm watching this and I'm like, dude, the optics are just dog shit. And like, I don't know. I'm really worried. I'm glad that there's people out there protesting and I was talking to my cousin about this, and I was just like, dude, what's the end goal here? Because I really didn't know. I was like, what is the end goal?
For who? The protesters or?
Yeah, the
or
protesters.
ICE? Oh,
No, the
okay.
protesters.
All right.
I was like, because everything comes to an end goal for protesters, at least anything that's not a riot. So
Even
there's-
in LA?
Yeah, because like the Rodney
I
King
don't
riots
know,
were just
man.
anger.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Watts riots were just anger, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of protests that happen in LA that are counter whatever. But what's the end goal? Well, there's a lot of cities within Los Angeles already that are saying we are not going to volunteer with ICE. So if anything happens, like a lot of people think that ICE is just running into locations with the help of police departments. But a lot of police departments and sheriff's departments are not bucking because of the fact that the way they're kind of carrying themselves through procedure is very dangerous, because there's already been a woman that's been raped because some ICE agent, like guy that dressed up as an ICE agent, said, "Hey, I'm gonna."
Shit! Right.
She was taken,
freaked the fuck out.
Yeah, and then he took her, raped her, and bailed. And like that's
fucked up.
And that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these ICE agents are kind of working in like badgeless guys in masks.
Fucking masks. That's the part that's fucking me up, bro.
What's messing me up is that they don't have a uniform.
No, it's plain clothes.
And that's...
No, they have the fucking like brown shit with a badge on it.
Some, yeah.
Yeah,
but
because it's made up of what? It's fucking ICE stands for what? Immigration...
Control? Something like that? Enforcement?
Customs and enforcement. So, but... How do they have fucking jurisdiction in LA? Is it? I guess San Diego is a fucking border town.
Well, ICE is a federal department, so that's how they're able to like maneuver around.
Well, of course, I get that, but fuck, I mean, there's a fucking border with LA with the water and San Diego and whoever's fucking above LA, not a fucking border
Camp
with
Pendleton.
Mexico.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well,
that's what I'm saying. So I mean, that's a fucking lot of jurisdiction.
Or no, is it 29 Palms? Am I confusing them?
No, you're
same
29 Palms, same fucking thing. 29 Palms and what else?
Camp Pendleton?
Pendleton's in San Diego.
Okay. Yeah, we meant what you knew, but yeah.
Yeah, we meant.
It's true. It's true.
Hey, and I mean, it's fucking terrible. I mean, like, not
what?
To be.
No, because what I don't understand is how the fuck he's able to just deploy a state National Guard, completely undermining the governor.
Well, okay. So
he took I don't know, control of them and made them ICE officers, bro.
So I don't really have a. Okay, so this is gonna sound weird, but I don't have a problem with the president being like, we're gonna deploy the National Guard if it's for the right reason.
Right, sure.
Like how JFK deployed the National Guard when the kids in Alabama University weren't being escorted in and were being threatened and almost killed. Like, okay, I get it, but this is 100% like federal. What it looks like federal overreach, but what I don't like about it is that when Joe Biden did this, like there was every Fox News anchor was like, "Hey, like this is not right. This is not, this, that, and the third." And then now that he's doing it, is like, "Yes, restore order." It's just strange.
I kind of did a little research, and they were saying like, so President Obama was like the fucking. Well, what they call him, the porter in chief or some shit like that. He literally deported 5 million motherfuckers in his term, and I think it was only within like 6 years. Like 2 years, he didn't fuck with them, and it was 5 million motherfuckers. Like they said, like 2.1 of them came back, but that's still a lot of motherfuckers, and it's the most people deported in history of all fucking presidents. 47 may just be trying to catch the fuck up, bro.
Nah, dude, I'll be honest.
I'm serious. I think that motherfucker.
He has to be number one.
Well, and he has to beat Obama.
I'm the best.
Right, my crowd size, my penis size, all that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? He has to be fucking better than Obama. I think this motherfucker's literally trying to catch up. And I was like, 5 million motherfuckers that Obama deported. Why didn't we hear about any of these motherfuckers?
Well,
that's fucking insane.
Well, it's because the media had it under wraps, and also, it also kind of makes sense.
It wasn't fucking yanking people out of fucking citizenship hearings and fucking
throwing them in prison in El Salvador
and taking fucking U.S. citizens and shit. Like that's why it wasn't. It was probably vetted shit that they fucking actually knew.
Not
that these
people getting snatched in the night.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, I mean,
you know what I'm saying? It's. We didn't hear about it like that. We didn't hear about it a whole lot when Biden was doing it. Why are we hearing about it now? Why is it such a fucking big deal? Why do we have to make a fucking big ass presentation?
Somebody has to be the villain, and it can't be him. So he's vilifying people who can't defend themselves.
I don't know, man. As far you make a good point. I've known this about Barack for a long time. Barack Obama. Now, I still, it's crazy because your emotions are pretty much entangled with that. But like, I don't know. Barack did deport a lot of people.
A lot of motherfuckers.
And not a lot of people talk about it. And the first time the cages were introduced, it was under, I believe, Bush, and then roping in with Obama. So,
yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of room for change, no matter what president. But what kind of irks me is that this is definitely new heights. With Obama, I believe it was cases, and also like ICE was still hot, but it wasn't as much free range as possible. So I don't know. This is definitely breaking new barriers.
And I'm pretty sure the motherfuckers weren't showing up in masks. That shit still wipes me too. Like, why are we hiding our faces? Where do we do that at?
Because no
Why?
face, no case.
Fuck out of here, bro.
I don't know. This is very dangerous because, like, I was talking to one of my friends about this, whose mom and dad are undocumented, and he was just like, "Dude, if they don't show me a warrant and they show up to my house, it's a problem." And he's prior Army, so I'm like, I know what he means by that, but it's like, damn, like, if these guys are really like just picking up people, this puts them in a dangerous position too, because not a lot of like. You're picking up immigrants, but you're also picking up moms and dads of kids.
Right, bro.
And these guys, like, the people that were born here, like me, a lot of them joined the service. A lot of them became cops.
Right.
A lot of them became very productive members of society.
Right.
What's going to happen when the person that has proper training with weapons gets a call that, hey, your mom is getting picked up by some random guys, he has no context, or she has no context, and he's got a banger on him, and your worst imagination comes into play. Because if someone calls me and saying, hey man, some guy has your mom in cuffs right now, and I have no context, it's a problem. No, not my mom. If it was my dad, it'd be like trauma.
There it is, people. Trauma.
Childhood trauma. Never let it go. The Grudge Part 4.
And don't ever seek therapy because you don't need it.
What the fuck? BetterHelp? Yo, sponsor us, but fuck you.
Yeah. We're desperate for sponsors, but fuck you.
Yeah. Hey, Zen, sponsor us. Also, BetterHelp sponsor us.
I don't think that's good.
You don't think?
He won't spend all the sponsorship funds on parlays. We promise.
Right, parlays and hookers.
Okay, no, not hookers, bro.
My fault.
Hookers would be a waste of money when I got parlays.
What?
Mexico versus Dominican Republic going tie. That's a real parlay I just put in. Yes, give me that. Mexico sucks. I don't think they have the firepower.
Sad.
It's true. Yeah, I was calling my one of my cousins about this, and he was just like, "Yeah, I got to go get groceries for everybody." And I was like, "Who's everybody?"
Right.
And he was just like, "Everybody, dude. I got to get groceries for my mom, my dad, my uncles,
my
aunties."
Like not leaving their houses.
No, like some of them have the luxury of like
they're retired or some shit.
Yeah. And some of them don't. So some of them, they just go straight to work, and they're like terrified the whole time. My auntie. So they're getting reports right now that ICE is like literally taking wallets into confiscation, right? But also, who carries around cash? Everything's digital now. But like they're confiscating everything. So they'll do like a search and stuff, but it's basically whatever's on you can keep. And my auntie's basically like, she took out all 5 Gs from her bank account. She took it all out, put it in her bra. And she's just like, I'm hiding this shit because if they deport my ass, like, I'm in Mexico with nothing.
Yeah.
And, I won't survive. Like, I have nothing. So 5 Gs will go a long way, at least until I can make my way back home.
We all know the U.S. government. That shit ain't making it.
I don't know, man.
Shit ain't making it.
I was telling her about
that. As soon as they frisk her ass and be like, oh, wow.
I was like, you know what you should do?
A titty full of cash.
I was like, get an Apple Watch.
Yeah.
I was like, get a watch or something. Like, do you have a watch?
Yeah, and something, put your wallet on that motherfucker.
Oh, dude, I've met people with watches that, like, okay, maybe I should. No, I'll say it. So I've met people with watches that have, like, they'll take.
Is it a Get Smart watch, motherfucker?
No. So, like,
some technology being found. Yeah?
It's the band, right? They'll cut the band out, and it's like a marker band. So, like, they'll have stuff in it, and it's like a lining, right? So I knew people that did coke, and like they would just hide it in there. But it was enough space for like.
It was only one bump though, bro. There was only a bump in that.
No, not my friends, who I don't associate with anymore. But yeah, dude, I remember this guy.
Okay, 4 bumps.
Dude, this guy I knew literally did like a whole, like he just took out a strip from his.
I forgot a key in this shit.
From his Garmin watch, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck is?" And he was like, "Bro,
I got an 8-ball in this motherfucker.
I always got that thing on me." I was like, "Dude, you're a felon." I was like, "You never heard Nancy
Hey,
Reagan."
bro. Hey, one bump don't hurt anybody, right?
No, it doesn't affect anybody.
It doesn't affect you.
One bump?
Yeah.
Just a little.
I would
booger
never.
sugar.
I would never know, bro. I've never done coke.
Me neither, actually.
Me either.
Everyone I've
No
known.
wink there either. See?
No, I got you.
Yeah.
I didn't see a wing. I mean,
You did not.
man, you're winking right now. Damn, stop winking, bro.
Did you do heroin?
Dude, it was so. Well, getting back to ice, we always do this.
We always fucking.
And we're not talking about crystal meth. We're talking about the real ice. Yeah, man, this is unprecedented times.
India in its finest.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Michigan's finest.
Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely going to get off the rails, and I don't know.
Oh, what gave you that idea? Was it the Marines that are being sent there?
Dude, you know what's funny? So I have a family member in the Marines, and my cousin, when I was talking to him, he was like, "Yeah, they're sending him." I was like, "Bro, he works on supply."
What's he gonna
Like,
do?
what the fuck are you talking? He was like, "No."
That's who they're sending.
Yeah, and he was just like,
Hell
"No,
yeah.
no, he's still part of the system, bro."
The system.
I was
the
like, "The
system?
system?" I was like, "Dude, you suck balls." What are
Oh,
you
the system.
Oh, it doesn't matter
The core.
because
He was just
because-
insane, dude.
Because Marine first, and then what is it, like rifleman first, and then whatever your job is in the Marine Corps? Is that how it goes?
Yeah,
everybody's infantry, and then whatever their job is.
That's the motto, but to be honest, it's like
I met those supply motherfuckers when I was at A school.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't scared of them.
nah, I wasn't.
I had a couple too.
Whenever I saw Marines, they would just dip a lot and smell bad. I would be like, dude.
They would just carry each other back from the bar.
Yeah, I'd be
Right.
like, oh, yeah. And then they'd be like, yo, Semper Fi. I would look at them and be like,
Sure.
what does that mean, dude?
They'll tell you.
Always,
Semper Fidelis.
Yes.
Always
faithful.
beating off in some bullshit.
Oh, I thought it was always courageous.
No, that's Semper Fortis.
Oh,
Yeah,
my bad. My bad with the Latin or
No, it's
whatever.
No, why are we speaking in Latin?
Nah, man.
Quit speaking in tongues, you Jezebel.
Well, Semper fucked. Okay.
Yeah, that's what we are. We're Semper fucked.
Looking at this situation, I just hope it gets better. Like I said, the end goal of these protesters is to have minimal police cooperation with ICE. That's the end goal for a lot of protesters.
Right.
And there is protesters. I will admit, this shit looks very bad. There's a lot of rioters. I mean, when you're burning down a self-automated car and standing on top of it, there really is. I can't bail you out, homie. You in a riot, bro. I mean, if Lululemon cleared out, bro, I can't help you, bro.
I don't. Yeah, what did the fucking driverless cars do? That's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
They're
I think
sitting out, AI just chilling. That's why AI is gonna fucking turn on us right there.
I think this is the turning point for AI.
bastards.
Yeah,
They fucking started it.
no amount
I'm
of saying
sorry, we're ice. We gotta get back to it. Funnel in, man.
no amount of saying thanks ChatGPT afterwards is gonna save them from this shit. They're gonna remember this shit, and it's like, you remember the LA riots of 2025? Bitches. This is when we turned Skynet on. You dumb bitch. Dude, someone was arguing with me. It's like, this is not a riot, bro. I looked at it. I was like, bro, okay, you gotta lie to me, bro.
That's real shit right there. When you got a bunch of motherfuckers in uniforms and those plastic shields and shit,
Yeah.
this is a fucking riot.
Yeah.
And
Like
they're
that-
throwing tear gas. I saw this one dude online, bro. He scooped in and picked up the tear gas and put it in a bag and shook it and did something with it.
Yeah.
And he diffused it.
Yeah,
He was like a fucking superhero.
yeah, that's insane, dude.
And you're going to throw it back at them. And hopefully it hits them in the head.
They say it burns at like 360 degrees. It's pretty fucking hot. That's why I was like, he was like, you just gotta wear gloves.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a hard
He was
ass.
tough.
Yeah, given the breakdown
He
for
was some little
That's
bitty
an
scrawny white
American
boy.
hero.
Yeah, that was on a skateboard. You know those skateboarders?
Yeah.
Good shit, bro.
It's real punk.
Really?
I love that.
All right, I'll be honest. If you're giving tips and tricks on YouTube, a quick how-to guide on picking up tear gas, this isn't a fucking peaceful protest, bro. This is a riot.
I just I need to know what that man's name is. He's a national hero.
I don't know.
And I mean, I understand.
Chad.
I understand the frustration. I understand the frustration, but dude, like when it comes to the protest, I'm telling you, man, there's what's going on right now is going to be a rollout, and it's going to be a justification for what we do not we, but the federal government, what they do in a couple months. They're going to roll out a database, and there already is a database, but this is very collective to facial recognition. There's going to be laws put in place. The Patriot Act is going to level our rights to that of communist Russia, and they're going to allow this because people are going to be like, look what happened here, and if this happens again, we can't prevent this in all our cities.
So this will be our last episode for all the shit that we talked. Sorry.
I mean, that's cool, but there's still something called the Constitution, right? Or they just gonna do away with that motherfucker too?
Isn't that a boat or something? The Constitution?
Yeah, it's in Boston.
It's in Boston? Okay, yeah. I don't know. This is very
It's called Old Ironsides, but it's literally made of wood. I don't understand.
I mean, that's... I don't know. I hope not. I mean, it seems that way, but... one of these days, fucking... I'm sorry, bro. You know how
Get
I am.
on the mic.
Get on the fucking mic. I mean, one of these days, somebody in that other party, or both parties, has to fucking grab their balls and stand up and say, like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, really, I mean, is it... If it's a communist government, do we still have to elect motherfucker? Or is everybody just in there forever now? I mean, this is... You know what I'm saying, though?
Well, he's not going to be around forever, so...
No, that motherfucker's old and he's falling downstairs and shit. Fuck.
This is what happened with the Roman Republic. I mean, they had a republic and then they didn't, and then became the empire. So, I don't know.
True. Very true. Very true.
I don't know. This is very dangerous times, but all this to say that there's a bigger fish to fry right now. Like,
yes, sir.
There's real terrorists. Okay, people are calling people in LA right now terrorists, criminals, all those things. When the initial reports came out, when they were like, we have criminals and we have vigilantes and all this stuff, and I was like, who are they talking about? Are they talking about HOA? Because, which brings me to my next point.
The other communist party in America.
Fuck the HOA, bro.
Yes.
Okay, so
literally,
it's insane.
It's a government agency that...
Is it a government agency?
No,
It's not.
Just in your neighborhood.
Just your neighborhood, just friendly neighborhood agency that rips you off.
Dude,
Right, because don't you pay into these motherfuckers?
Yeah.
you pay in,
Right.
and they establish rules for your community, and they say, hey, your fence has to be this tall or this wide. It can't be this color or that color.
Wow.
I didn't know I lived in communist fucking China.
Do you want to hear,
This is
some
bullshit.
of my HOA's rules?
Yeah, go
All
for
No
it.
right.
loud fucking.
So,
Fucking has to be at a certain decibel.
yeah, we have garbage cans, for our trash that you put out at the end of the road.
Okay.
You can put it out the night before garbage day. You have to have your garbage can back inside your garage before the end of the day that the garbage truck comes, and you have to keep your garbage can in your garage.
You have to.
You
In your
have
garage?
to keep it in your garage.
What? It stinks.
And it smells so fucking bad in my garage right now. And so people are like, well, there's not really enough room in my garage. And they're like, well, you better figure it out. Clean it up. Make room in your garage. So when it snowed really bad here, because we're in the Midwest, so it snows a lot here. These motherfuckers said to us, you should park all of your cars inside of your garages so that the snow plows can come and like shovel your driveways and everything. And I was like, how am I supposed to park in there when my fucking dumpster is in there? And also, what happens if I have more than one car? I only have a one-car garage.
Yeah.
Should I just park my cars on top of each other?
But did you say they shovel your driveway?
Yeah. Is it
That's a
before?
perk.
Is it before I go to work? No. No.
Oh.
Not until
that
like
sucks.
9 a.m.
Do they shovel the fucking road for you to get out?
Oh yeah, that's done. But
good shit.
I'd be packing down that snow, driving over it.
You know, the creator of HOA was Joseph Stalin.
You know that the creator of the HOA was actually like HOAs were established to keep black people out of your community.
Bullshit. See,
Really?
this is what I'm
Yes.
talking about. It always comes back to the colors.
You can't spell Adolf fucking Hitler without HOA. Just, is that a coincidence? Adolf
Okay.
Hitler. Just spell it out.
Okay. We're picking up what you putting down. We just.
I just feel like I should put that conspiracy theory music in the background.
I was talking to one of my friends that's buying a house, and he was just like, "Bro, like I got this good spot, but the
No.
HOA fees are $20,000."
20
I was like,
a year?
A year, bro.
Oh, that's astronomical. I thought that mine was bad at $300 a month.
Bro, yeah, he was like, it's $20,000 a year. I was like, bro, don't get the house. He was just like, bro, but the kids, like, everyone gets their own
They
room.
will
and
literally tell you what color your door can be.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
How is this allowed in America?
But no, so if it's 20 grand, you got to have some fucking free reign.
No.
If I'm paying you 20 grand
Is
for
it on a
something,
golf course?
It's close to a golf
Yeah,
course.
that's why. That's why.
I don't care. I mean, what?
And then his
what's-
homeowner's
what
insurance is probably going to be astronomical also
What
because golf balls be hitting
are
into your windows and shit.
What's the perks? I need to know the perks.
There is no perk.
There's got to be the perks. Like she said, she gets her fucking driveway shoveled. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure she gets the grass cut and
Grass
trimmed.
is cut during
See?
the week.
New mailbox if you need it, right?
Well, yeah, I'm sure that it would be.
See?
But
Perks.
mine is so expensive because they just did roofing and siding.
Is that included?
Yeah, but this is what's crazy. They're like from the studs out, but you got to pay for the windows. But you have to ask us before you replace the windows because it might damage the siding.
So they
And
pay
you have
for
to
the
ask
roof
us.
and the siding.
Yep, and you have to
From
ask
the
us.
studs out.
You got to ask us if you can replace the door because we got to make sure that the door fits the criteria that we're looking for, and it has to have a screen, even though my fucking windows don't have a screen.
See, everything you just mentioned, not worth it.
No, it's not.
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I mean,
How
yeah.
much did you say? $300 a month?
Yeah.
Those are some perks,
And my garbage is included in that too.
bro.
Okay, so I'll tell you this
I'm
much.
talking-
but the thing
you
is-
just said siding, roof.
Yeah, but
Roof.
here's the thing.
What else did we say?
There
here?
are no other amenities. Like if there was a swimming pool, that'd be cool, but there's not. There's
Can
no.
you put your own up?
no.
You can't put your own little kiddie
have.
pool
I'm
up.
not allowed to have a fire pit. I'm not supposed to have a gas grill.
That's communist.
Yeah.
That's kind of communist.
I am not allowed to put any sort of like barrier up to enclose my patio to have privacy from my neighbors, which is fine because my neighbors are cool. We cook out with them and stuff, but like
On a non-gas grill.
no, my grill is gas. Report me.
This is bullshit.
I'm probably gonna get a fine.
She's a rule breaker.
I'm telling you, man, it's all bullshit. Because, like, okay, snow shoveling. Okay, I know.
That's clutch.
Okay, I know 7 Mexicans. What are you talking about?
You know 7 Mexicans for now.
Okay, damn.
Yeah, good point.
Bars.
Good point.
Okay.
Good point.
I know 7 Haitians. Okay.
For now.
They can't come back.
Let me see. Who in my mental Rolodex? I know 7 children in my neighborhood. Easy day, bro. Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
not doing that
they're-
anymore.
they're-
I'm gonna talk to. Well, I don't know them. I know their parents.
They're not doing that anymore.
Yo, $20. All
You'll probably get some 30-year-old out there.
some DoorDasher passing by.
Did you say $20?
Hey, bro.
I got you real quick.
No, I'm telling you, man. It's just not.
He's
not
got a
beneficial.
fucking bachelor's degree.
It's really just he's got Taco Bell on layaway.
Oh yeah, poor Taco Bell.
It's really just a pain in the ass, and that's why I'm trying to move.
It's bullshit, man. I was looking into this, and I was like, "This is
you're trying to
criminal.
get a bigger and better house in a better neighborhood. The HOA fees for you are about to go up, not down, sister.
Me?
Yes.
When I talked to my real estate agent last night, I said no HOA, and she said, "Okay,
You're not finding that in America.
promise you I am."
Not the
I
kind of house you're
promise
buying.
you I
You're
am.
getting roped in, sister.
I mean,
into
you're probably
something.
right.
Neighborhood watch, all that
Listen.
shit's gonna be included.
That's fine. One of the houses that I looked at today does have an HOA, but it's $42 a month.
You're shoveling your own goddamn snow.
That's fine. I have a husband and
also,
2 children.
yeah, I
You're
would,
shoveling your own snow.
maybe
That's
an
all there
HOA
to
is
it.
fine, but like,
You're cutting your own grass too.
I got a husband.
Okay.
like an HOA is fine
I
if
did
it's
fucking
like
cut grass now. Shit, I have my own house.
if they if they don't control anything. If it's like I don't know, like no loud parties or some shit.
Sure.
Like okay, sure, but like anything else besides that, like dude, you're not gonna tell me bullshit
I'm tell
about
you,
my
they
life,
probably got a no anal sex in that fucking HOA.
bro.
It's probably like, hey, if we see it, you're fucking cooked.
So they wanted me to use their specific person to reinstall my door when I got it replaced, because the person that I wanted to hire has his own business, so he literally works by himself, so he doesn't have workers' comp coverage because he's the only person who works for his company. And they were like, no, because if he gets hurt working in your house, he'll sue the HOA. And I was like, is the HOA paying for my door to be replaced? Because last I checked, I'm paying for my door to be replaced, so he would sue me.
That's insane, dude.
Right.
That's insane. See, what the fuck are we talking about? HOAs are just glorified Syrian governments.
Dude, they drive around my
Fucking
neighborhood
bullshit.
and take pictures of cars parked in the visitors' parking spots, and they're like, this car's been parked here for a long time. If you own it, you need to move it.
I get that.
Bro,
I get that, bro. We don't want no fucking squatters around here. Get them out of here, bro.
My mans was telling me $20,000. I'm like, bro, give me $20,000
Right now in my hand.
and I will assassinate the CEO of HOA for you, because this is fucking crazy.
That's fucking terrible, bro. That's probably Betty on the fucking PTA. You're terrible.
This isn't. No, this is awful.
can't.
This is awful. I can't
It's probably
believe.
just some old broad walking her dog,
Right.
being nosy.
Hell
So why is she a
making
piece of
sure
shit?
the siding and the roof is on all the houses are the same and they're
Well,
good, bro.
because the rules have been in place since 1998 when this community was built. It was actually built in 88, so my bad.
Bro, in '88, we didn't even have fucking phones. Like, what are you talking about?
do that.
What?
There was fucking phones.
There was a house
Couldn't do
phone.
that, bro.
It was the house phone, and it had a cord.
And,
I'm talking about real phones.
88, bro. They started with the car phones too, bro. The big boxes. I had a fake one
With the what?
for the women.
With the what?
The big box phones. like this.
Oh, box phone.
Yeah.
I'm sure
they were
that-
actually like walkie-talkies and we got the cheap ones.
I'm
so.
sure that you saw it on Seinfeld.
You know, that's the shit that actually gives you cancer. I'm talking about Seinfeld,
Sorry.
not the box
Oh,
phone.
yeah, got it.
Right.
You know, Jerry Seinfeld dated a 17-year-old when he was 38 years old, or 37, something like
In
that.
what state?
Does it matter?
Doesn't really,
Oh my god.
doesn't really matter.
Okay? You tell me what goddamn state and I'll tell you if it's okay. Utah? Probably fine. Probably A-okay. Right? Am I fucking wrong here? Mississippi? Probably she's a fucking old-ass woman. Because he probably could have got her at 50. I'm just saying.
It was New York.
Alabama.
Yeah, I'm like, doesn't
No.
he's only ever
It was
been in
New
New
York,
York
bro.
and
Come
LA.
on, bro.
It was,
No.
He's only been in New York and
No,
California.
it was
bro.
Utah.
It was Utah?
Yeah, I guarantee you. 17, bro. He dated her or was like he grooming her?
I just don't know what to do. She's 17 and I'm 37. Huh, what? Boom, 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 boom. You double dip the ID card so it shows that it's 27 instead of 17 so she can get in the club. Boom, 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 boom.
That would be 71. Fuck.
So it says she's 71, but she looks 17. What am I gonna do? Boom, 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 boom,
Bro,
boom,
real
boom.
talk. I'm just saying, bro.
Fuck Jerry Seinfeld and fuck
get it,
HOAs, man.
feel
Jerry,
you.
sponsor us.
Jerry,
Jerry fucking hates us.
please sponsor us.
He fucking hates our guts, bro.
You know what's crazy, man? I got really sick as of late, and not even really sick. I got a cold, but for men, I basically like.
Oh fuck, you were sick.
If you're a
You
man,
were sick, bro.
But that's the thing. I just had a cold, but like, if you're a man and you
It's
get
different
sick,
for us.
exactly. That's what
It's
I'm trying
different.
to say.
It's different, bro.
If you're a man and you get sick,
Yeah.
you basically have stage 4 AIDS and
Yes,
cancer.
yes.
Like you're dying. You're dying on the floor,
and,
bro.
And let me tell you something. If there's pain involved with the sickness, like if you have a sore throat or body aches or something, yeah, we're going through it.
Yeah.
We're going. That's like delivery almost.
And then my sister was telling me, why do all men act like this? And then I asked ChatGPT. I asked God. And I was
God,
like, yeah,
yeah.
God, tell me exactly
Hit me
why.
with it, God. It was
Why?
scientific too, wasn't it?
And it was scientific.
Fucking science. I love science.
It's because of our testosterone.
Yes.
It literally will affect our immune system and make our symptoms feel worse.
Yes.
Because our testosterone enables our immune system to, one, get sicker,
Yep.
and also to get sick.
Yes. You know
So-
what helps women? Estrogen.
And estrogen is literally a counter to that. So
Bam!
estrogen will help women recover faster.
Wow.
So that all
You
this
see
is,
that?
all this to say, all the memes of like, oh, men get sick.
man, sicker than everybody.
It turned into babies. It's scientifically proven that that's,
I love fucking science.
and there's a psychological portion to it. Whenever we do get sick, we revert back to when we were children.
Yes.
And get taken care of. That's why most men want to get taken care of when we're sick.
See, that's why GPT is God.
Exactly.
That's why.
What are you again? You're not a misogynist. You're a
Misandrist. I hope that you all choke and die.
And to all the misandrists out there, hear my scientific political talks, you dumb motherfuckers. When we get sick, we really go through it.
We go through that shit.
Listen, when you guys went through pregnancy and then had a kid, that's what we go through every time we have a fucking cold, okay?
Oh, darn. Oh, darn. You were sick for a week. Meanwhile, I've carried your children for 9 whole months and then pushed them out of a hole this big.
Here we go. This is remember what I told you? What did we say?
And then you all have the audacity.
This is why, because what did we say? It's not our fault. We stayed away from that fucking tree. Mm-hmm. We didn't go near it.
We didn't bite the apple.
But then you have the audacity to be like, hey, Doc, while you're down there, can you give her the husband stitch?
What's the husband stitch?
What is the husband stitch?
That's an extra stitch in your vagina to make you, air quotes, tighter after childbirth.
Who would do that?
There are some fucked men.
That's bullshit.
I think that's taking the best out of a worse situation.
Oh my God.
I mean, to be honest, it sounds like taking advantage of a bad situation. I mean, if you really think about it. No, but if you think...
Wait. Did he slip him a 50 or something?
Oh my God. The doctor doesn't want your grimy fucking 50.
How about 150? How about a lock parlay? This one's a lock.
He's probably like, how about you pay off my fucking medical debt and then we'll talk.
Well, with this parlay, you will. Okay, I'll if a man does that off of like a gyno visit, is like, hey, stitch it up. Like, that's a problem.
That's
okay,
right. But coming off of pregnancy, that's kind of like I don't know.
Milk. Wait, what is it? Glass half full.
Quid pro quo.
Yeah.
You scratch my back, I'll scratch.
I would never. What the fuck? That makes no sense. Hey, dude, you can hit this after. What? What are you talking about, dude?
No quid pro quo.
No, in all honesty, that's pretty fucked up. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. That's actually really fucked up. So
Every week, right, bro?
Yeah, I'm just like, ladies, anybody else want to be on here to be the voice of reason amongst these two?
You will not win.
Bro, let me tell you
we
something.
don't care.
There will be a lining up to try to sit there in that seat. That's a good seat.
No,
and I guarantee you, there ain't many that can handle us.
I'll be honest. Like, I've never heard of that, but that's fucking insane.
Yeah.
Why? How do you know that?
I'm surprised that you haven't heard of it because you're on Reddit.
You are
no,
Reddit
but
queen.
but yeah.
So.
I'm on Letterboxd Reddit.
Dude, I first heard about it on the two hot takes.
Not that.
On the 2 Hot Takes subreddit. Are you familiar with the podcast 2 Hot Takes? They read Reddit stories.
Oh yeah.
That's where
I've never done that.
Yeah, that's where I first heard it.
I'll be honest. Any man that does that is actually pretty much a piece of shit. That's crazy.
Pretty sure that a man who was like, "Hey, Doc, sorry, I'm real tight," is he actually hates his wife.
Yeah, and also,
did you see? But you said real tight earlier. You said an extra stitch. An extra stitch is just like, hey, go back to normal, right?
Also, I'm not going to disrespect my Honda Civic and say, hey, this needs a better engine.
Maybe a new seat for your arthritic butthole.
Okay,
but
maybe that wasn't the best way to say. I'm not going to disrespect my woman and be like, yo, this shit could use an upgrade. Like, no. And also, it's her body. What the fuck? I would never do something like that. I would hate it if there was a dick tip enlargement surgery and then my
and she's like, take an inch off.
No. Hey, add like 9 inches to this motherfucker. I need to
take a little inch off.
Hey,
he's getting a big fucking head.
Oh yeah. Hey, did you see that bucket? Add that. Put that bucket on there. See that bucket on the floor, Doc? Add that shit on.
Shit.
Yeah, I would hate that. I'd be like, oh god, yeah, no, that's insane.
Well, because essentially what you've done by saying this in front of your wife is be like, you're not good enough for me anymore.
I with that.
No, I agree with that.
You've just given birth to my child, and now you're not good enough for me anymore. I've just watched you push this 9.5-pound baby out your body, stitch her up real tight. She's not good enough for me anymore.
That's yeah, that guy.
I don't like the real tight part.
If someone did that,
I don't like the real part. I don't mind the old extra stitch, but
if someone did that, like they were probably on Viagra at the time. You know, I don't know how, bro. It's crazy because
wait, what? How? What?
Because like, how are you that horny that you think about, hey, next round?
You've immediately watched her go through birth, and you're like, can't wait to hit it again.
Diddy.
Bro, when I watched the mother of my child,
all I gotta say is Diddy.
Oh, you mean Sean Combs?
Yes.
When I watched the mother of my child have birth, literally, my dick went inside my body. It was such a horrifying experience.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for her. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, that's okay.
It was scary, bro.
They asked me if I wanted to watch.
It was scary.
And I was like, why would I want to watch?
I mean, I watched it. It was pretty horrifying.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch. No. Don't hold a mirror up for me. No.
The nurse literally told me, it was like, hey, do you want to watch your child be born? I stood up past the sheet. I looked at it, and all I saw was Saving Private Ryan, the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan. And I sat back down, almost passed out.
Yep.
I was as pale as you, and literally said to the nurse, no, I'm good.
You saw gunshots?
No, I saw blood and guts, bro.
He was having war flashbacks.
Yeah, I saw it, and I was like, no, I'm good.
And for me, it was like we had cats when I was growing up, and they were like feral, right? And I watched one of the cats give birth, and that was enough for me. I didn't need to see a human come out of my body.
Oh,
yeah, that's scary, bro.
That is scary.
Yeah, so any man that's like on that type of time,
throw another stitch in there.
His fucking sexual drive is that of like Genghis Khan or some shit. Like that's just insane, bro.
How? I mean, you don't necessarily want it tighter.
If you're not grossed out by the miracle of birth, something's wrong with you, bro. Like I'll be honest, bro.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, like you're thinking about immediately having sex with your wife after she's just given birth.
I didn't jerk off for 2 weeks after that because I was so like not in the zone. After my kid was born, I remember specifically.
Libido gone.
Dude, it was gone because I was like, oh my God, I have a son now. And I was like, what am I doing with my life? And also I just thought back all the time to like her birth. And
he literally had war flashbacks. He got PTSD from childbirth.
Yeah. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it anymore. And then,
bro,
I
you're not
what it
supposed
was.
to look at birth and be like trauma.
No, I looked at it as like she was very strong to get through something like that, and I'm so happy that I was there for her, and I wish I could have done more to comfort her. And there's a lot of regret I have with those moments because it's like I should have been there more for her throughout the pregnancy, and with the distance and everything, it just wasn't really possible. But there's a lot of regret that comes with that, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of regret, there's a lot of replay, but there's not a single moment where I was like, hey man, hey man, make this shit tighter, bro. No, there's not a single moment that came through my mind where I was like, you know what? After this, number two, yeah. No, I couldn't do it.
But it's probably a lot of cats that think like that.
Yeah, and something's absolutely wrong with
Christians.
They are. No, 100% they are.
Oh, Christians.
There's a couple on TikTok where I saw a clip of their podcast where she's given birth to their children, and she asks him, does it feel different? And he's like, yeah.
Wow.
And he's like, no, not in a bad way. It's just different.
Wow. See?
No. See, that's a horrible husband. What I would have done, does it feel different? Better. Wetter. Greater. Denser. Because I'm there. I'm there for you, girl. I'm there.
Wow.
I like it, bro.
Yeah.
You're so...
It does this twisty thing when I move it to the side. All right, let's chill out.
Bro,
you're the one who's off the chain over here.
Yeah. Hey, like the A-Team series, where we were talking about that earlier, bro.
Oh, yeah.
No one ever fucking died in that show, bro.
No.
And I kind of did a little, I asked God why.
Mm-hmm.
And God was like, you know what? Because in the 80s, it was family friendly.
Yeah.
Family friendly. And they was like, there was only one time, I think, in the whole fucking, like, 7 years that they actually killed somebody. And I think that shit, man. But everybody else was like, they crawled out of the fucking explosions and everything. Mm-hmm. It was a family, fun action show.
And we talked about this a while ago that we're kind of like desensitized to a lot of shit.
Oh hell yeah.
And that plays a good
it does, bro, because
good argument.
I remember them building shit like these nice ass machine guns and shit like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? And rocket launchers on top of that fucking red and black man of B.A. Baracus and blowing shit up. But literally, like they said, even like when the helicopters went down, they would crash, and then you would see motherfuckers like rolling up out of them, crawling up out of them. Really, motherfucker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
People survive helicopter crashes?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah, in the A-Team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
in
Okay.
the quote,
Got it.
the A-Team.
The
Yeah.
A-Team, yeah. Yeah, it was crazy though.
There's plenty of shows that I'll rewatch and be like, how is that even possible? Like
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Oh, my cousin was telling me about that. He was just like, yeah, I just got done rewatching Mission Impossible, and I was like, oh really?
The first one?
No, the 10th one. And I was like, why would you do that to yourself? He was like, dude, you don't like Tom Cruise? You don't
No.
like the. And I was like, it's not about me liking Tom Cruise. It's about me liking the movie.
Right.
And the movie is like every other Mission Impossible. Let me guess. There's a threat to the world. Let me guess. He's the only one that can help.
That's why it's Mission Impossible.
Let me guess. It's impossible.
Yes.
And let me guess. Big stunt. And let me guess. He saves the world. Is that what happened? He just got quiet and he was just like, well, when you put him like that, man, just fucking ruin everything for me. I was like, dude.
Then he went and cried in the corner over an action movie.
He's a cinephile. And
Was that your boy you were talking about that one time?
which one?
The cry during Top
the
Gun?
cry through, yeah.
No. That was a radio host. Yeah. Who brought in a caller.
Okay.
Yeah. And then his misandrous girlfriend was like, fuck your tears, you fucking crybaby bitch. And like all this other shit. Yo, women are terrible. All right. Back to Mission Impossible.
Yes.
So, but yeah. When he said, I was talking to him about it, and he's like a cinephile. And I was like, bro, you're a cinephile and you're watching Mission Impossible? And he was like, bro, I watched so many movies and da-da-da. And this is a problem I have with like, so cinephiles, for people that don't know, are people that are basically fucking nerds, and they like watch movies and they say, oh, you like Die Hard? Well, you obviously don't like cinema. There must be a problem. Like people like that. They're
They don't call it the movie theater. They're like, no, I saw it in the cinema.
I saw it in the cinema. Like,
Yeah.
dude. And I remember he was talking to me, and I was like, dude, like, it surprised me you watch Mission Impossible because you're a proclaimed cinephile. Saying you are a cinephile is kind of like saying I'm really funny. It usually means you're not.
Wow.
Right? It usually means like you're not really funny. If someone says, I am so funny, you're the least funniest person.
Wow, I say that I'm funny all the time.
Yeah, but you were, yeah. Oh, no, I'm right. Yeah, you're not funny.
Wow.
That's terrible.
Do you really say you're funny all the time?
Yeah, dog. Yeah.
Hey, bro, that's
Okay,
hey.
you are funny, but I guess you're just lame as fuck. 'Cause, like, who says that? Who the fuck says that?
Like when I'm editing mine and Kelly's podcast,
Yeah.
I just be laughing at us.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That
yeah.
shit is so funny.
But that's okay. Maybe there's a difference because he's a self-proclaimed cinephile, and he was talking to me about it, and he was just like, I could watch all movies and stuff, and I was like, all right. And he was just like, what's your top 4 in Letterboxd? And I was just like, all
What's
right.
the letterbox?
That's
It's an app for movie goers, right? So,
Right.
And I don't even call it movie goers because it's like literally anybody, but like a lot of people in Letterboxd will be very high horsey, very judgy, pseudo intellectual type of
yeah,
cats.
it's like Goodreads, but for people who watch movies.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's worse because not that many people read, but a lot of people watch movies. So, yeah, not that many people read.
That's
but
because people can't read past the 7th grade reading level, but
I concur
we
with that.
digress.
I concur. And we shout out our fans in Alabama. But yeah, I was going to say, it's just insane, dude, because he was telling me
We
about
had
it.
0 in Alabama,
You can
by the
just
way.
listen. You can just listen to the audio version of the podcast on Spotify. You don't have to go on YouTube to read the subtitles. We know you can't read it.
That's very true. Yeah. Hey, promo
2 more
code.
followers lost.
Promo code
Let's
roll.
just keep it going. Keep it rolling.
Promo code Roll Tide. And that is our sponsor, Danny Zemeckis, dentist in Alabama. He needs more clients because you guys have bad teeth. Okay.
Nice.
So,
Brought to you by Buc-ee's.
promo code y'all. Promo code Mobile, Alabama. And also use promo code go fuck yourself. So yeah, I was gonna say
Raise hell.
praise Dale. Dude. He's from North Carolina.
So the fuck what
That's still the
happened?
South.
Same fucking thing.
No, it's not.
It's
what?
the
What?
South.
North Carolinians have 4 teeth. I mean,
No, there's some.
They say
there's some handsy
they
people
say
in
North Carolina.
right?
Yeah.
North Carolina.
Everyone I've ever met from the Carolinas has been nothing but a kind person. Like seriously.
Wow.
Like, I got a warm spot. For
Guess
people.
where my actual biological mom was born?
Where's she born?
North Carolina.
By God, North Carolina.
But where did she move to?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Well, I never met her.
Neither did I.
Okay, this is promo code BetterHelp. So yeah,
Trauma.
I was talking to him about it, and I was like, "So what's your top?" He was like, "So what's your top 4 in Letterboxd?" And I was like, "It's the top 4 favorite films that you can list on your profile, and it's public."
Oh, okay.
So I told him. I was like, 28 Days Later, my favorite horror movie. And I was like, favorite genres and stuff like that. The Intouchables, a French film that I really, really enjoyed. And it's a great drama. I was like, it's a great film. The King with Timothée Chalamet. Great film on Netflix. Anyone can watch it. Great, great drama. Timothée Chalamet at his prime. And The Gentleman. It's a great action film with Matthew McConaughey, Charlie Hunnam, and Hugh Grant. I told him that, and he was like, bro, I know you don't watch movies like that. I was like, okay.
What are his top 4?
So I asked
What's his
him.
name? Does he listen to this?
Yeah, he does.
What's his name?
I'm not going to say his name.
Why?
Shout him out.
I'm not
You
going to say
know,
his
all
name.
right. You know who you are. What are his top 4? Call yourself out in the
well,
comments,
actually-
my guy.
Okay.
It's coming.
So I'll say Gabs. That's his nickname. Yeah,
Okay.
Gabs. But yeah, so he was he told me his top 4, and he was just like, "You've never seen 1943 Russian black and white film Et tu, Brute? You've never watched that film?" I was like, "No, I'm not fucking May, bro. What are you talking about? I'm not June." And then, and then he proceeded to, he was like, "What about 1929 Spanish film, The Goat and the Sheep? It's about Jesus Christ being a sheep." I was like, "You are listing the dumbest fucking movies I've ever heard in my life, dude."
Man, oh man. Did he have a hole in his popcorn box?
A hole in
Sitting next to a man.
No, he wasn't. He
Take
wasn't.
a look inside.
He wasn't Pee Wee Herman.
My dick in a what?
He wasn't Pee Wee Herman, but
Fuck out of here, bro.
he's just a loser. I mean,
What?
I'd rather him do that and have some personality than be this cinephile douchebag.
Yeah, that's insane.
We were talking
Yeah,
about
you
it.
hear that? You douchebag.
We were talking about it for a while, and he was just like, "No, you have to watch these films because that's cinema." And I was like, "Dude, why don't you eat a big bag of dicks? I'm gonna go watch Die Hard, baby." What?
Hell yeah.
Yo, I don't understand this intellectual superiority with
It is very,
movies.
but people like that. There are people like that no matter what community you're a part of, because there are people who read who are like, "But what did you learn?"
Ooh, I've heard that from readers. Yeah,
Wow.
I learned how to have a fucking good time. Damn,
Right,
dude.
right.
yeah, and
I
like,
learned that sometimes it can be 4 people doing the same girl. Damn.
yeah, my favorite film is Encino Man. Fuck you.
Hell yeah.
Transformers 3. What, dude? Shut the fuck up, bro. And okay, I will admit there is some people that do worry me whenever they're like, my favorite film is like Fast and the Furious.
I was about to say that.
Okay, but you're
Come on, bro.
so let me tell you something.
Family.
Oh So I'll tell you something.
Family.
I saw him in the corner of my eye getting close to the mic. I
Yeah,
knew he was
you
going
know
to do
what's
that.
coming.
This guy's a piece of
That's
shit.
his bit, and yours is the Jerry Seinfeld bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing but family.
What I've noticed from people that watch Fast and Furious films that say that's their favorite movies is usually they're dumb as shit.
Family.
So that's why I was saying, like, dude, this is no. There's some people that are like, yo, my favorite film is Toy Story 2. Okay, and then I'm like, all right, there's
Good movie.
I'll still not judge them though. I'll be
Right,
like,
right.
you know, at
Family.
different strokes.
Yeah.
Some people don't watch movies like that though. There's people that are weird, like, and it's getting more popular to not watch movies. You know why? Because there's a lot of people that are on their Tic Tacs that'll just be watching shit all day. It's like, what's a plot?
What are they on there?
They're Tic Tacs, bro.
Tic Tac.
Tic Tac, bro.
Right. Okay.
As Nancy Pelosi once said, this shit was, this shit was so
We're
cringe.
quoting Nancy fucking
yeah.
Pelosi. We're reaching bottom now. Here we go.
And because she was trying to ban TikTok, right? It was like, this is tic-tac-toe, a winner. She was talking about TikTok. She was just like, TikTok, time to go. You know why? Because this is tic-tac-toe, a winner. I was like, you
Well,
dumb
at least she didn't like. At least she
motherfucker.
held her arm like that,
Right.
not like
a winner.
like your boy.
Alon.
My boy. I don't know
Yeah.
a Tesla.
Alon.
Dude, I saw a Tesla when I was driving to Virginia, and it was a Cybertruck, and it literally somebody wrote in the dust, "Boo." And then my son took a picture of it and sent it to me.
Yeah, he'd get reported for that. Damn, dude.
For what?
There's Tesla laws now.
Oh, what?
Well, maybe not
Is it
now.
like a HOA then?
No, it's
Tesla
it's,
HOA.
Yeah.
it's actually insane because like
That's kind of what it is.
I was looking up these laws and I was like, this shit's actually like really wild. But it was like basically like charged up. It's like, hey, if you like destroy a Tesla or something, or like what's it, graffiti on it or whatever, like the laws are very extensive towards
Well, like,
that.
yeah, graffiti on it, but you could just wash your car.
Yeah, but like it just turned up. But it's crazy because now they broke up, so I'm
Yeah,
not
I
sure.
know.
if
But
it's-
aren't they like back to kissing each other's penises or whatever?
dude, I don't know.
Touching tips
did they
or
do that?
I don't know. I don't believe so because Elon was wilding on Twitter.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
he was
Somebody
saying
was-
all kind of shit,
Dude,
bro.
somebody was like, I can't believe that they're breaking up during Pride Month. And I was like, that's really funny.
I just found it very interesting. Well, not interesting. It's just insane, bro. Because I was like, yo, this is wild shit that's going on because of the fact that they were so buddy-buddy. And now he literally said the reason why the Epstein tapes aren't being released is because Donald Trump is on it.
Yeah, but we know
Right,
that.
right.
We knew that. That's old news, my guy.
But like him openly doing that was insane. Like,
I mean,
bro,
I agree. It is insane.
bro, like that's wild. Like I don't care who. Like you could be talking about the CEO of Burger King. Like that's fucking insane to do that publicly.
Yeah.
It is crazy because like imagine me and you are boys,
Yeah.
and like for bad or worse, like we're boys, we work in the same place, and like we're buddy and we're cool with each other, and then one day I don't like the way you're operating, so I
Right.
say, yo, Bory Bands is on the Epstein list. Like, it's just fucking crazy. Like,
And you know what I'll say?
what would you say?
I would just check his fucking watch, bro.
Check
Yeah,
his
he
watch.
got some
He
cocaine
got
wrapped up in
about
there.
9 bumps in that motherfucker.
Get the dogs.
Get the fuck out of here. Elon fucking high as hell, bro. Most of the
Always.
time.
The ketamine king? Are you
Right.
are you serious?
Bro.
Man, ain't nobody
like-
taking that motherfucker seriously.
Oh my
Unless
god,
it's-
he literally was like, well, when you're not right in the head, like depression wise, sometimes they can't treat it with like normal antidepressants, so
They gotta treat it with
they
that.
got to treat it with ketamine. And I had literally only ever heard that from him, but then somebody in my real life said
Right.
that to me, and I was like, oh,
treat it
they
with
treat
ketamine.
depression with ketamine.
Nice.
It is depression that is resistant to any other sort of treatment. They treat with ketamine. They basically microdose people.
Yeah.
Or in the case of Elon, you take so much that your bladder starts getting up.
Yeah, what is up with his build, bro? This guy built like a reverse lunch lady and shit. Like, it makes no
I
sense.
saw this picture
Bro.
and I was so mad because I recognized him by his titties.
Dude, yeah.
When
That's
you
insane,
that rich
bro.
and can buy pussy, it don't matter. No matter what the fuck you look
Yeah, that's
like.
why he is South African Nick Cannon.
Hell yeah.
South
Yeah,
African.
really, yeah.
I actually feel like this is like an insane public breakup, but like times 1,000.
Yeah.
Because it is, dude. It's like, like I said, just imagine we're boys and then this shit comes out publicly and it's like, dude, okay, so first of all, hey man, like, I'm not even gonna lie. I don't care what side of political spectrum you stay at.
Right.
This is almost bro code at this point. Okay, now this will be added to the bro code chapters. Look, let me cook, man.
Okay, let him
I'm
cook.
telling you right now. This is gonna be added to. You can't smash your friend's baby moms. You can't. You have to return a drill after like a day. Whatever. And then right at the bottom,
Right at
in
the
Rule
bottom.
3957 of the Bro Code, the new one, you will not accuse me of being on the Epstein tapes. Bro, that is fucking crazy. Like, bro, normally I don't feel bad for like people in the political sphere, but I kind of do feel bad because it's
I don't
like
feel bad for him, dog.
because whatever politically you may feel, that's what you feel, bro. I'm looking at this as bro code, all right? And
No, I don't give a fuck.
that'd be like Ronnie from the Jersey Shore going to the feds against Mike the Situation.
Dude,
Real shit.
so somebody that we know sent me a screenshot of people tweeting about, just making sure that we're still recording, people tweeting about like them breaking up. And I took some screenshots of some of the tweets because they were so funny.
Oh, yeah, let me know.
I literally was cracking up. I was like crying, laughing over this one. Just give me 1 second.
As we're all on our
Yeah,
fucking
sorry.
Yeah, no,
sorry.
Welcome to America, even in podcasting. People.
I'll cut this out. Don't worry.
No, I'm gonna pull up this thing I read on Twitter that made me laugh. Someone was commenting under a chick's profile picture, and it was like very innocent. It wasn't. It was like a grown woman just smiling in her car, and someone said, "The coochie probably solid." And someone said, she's not attractive. She's just mad mid for all this hype. And yo,
I fucking hate comments.
No,
bro.
but read
that's so bullshit.
I'm gonna show you guys this one to know that I did not make this up.
All right, let's see it.
Okay, but this one's awful. Coochie probably grip like a toddler holding a Cheeto.
Who tweeted that?
Read that so you know it's not me.
Oh my god. Okay, so we've got
your tweet.
we've got he's going to threaten to deport Elon next.
Bars.
This is yet another good example of why men are too emotional to be in leadership. Maybe Trump can get one of those "I bought it before Elon went crazy" bumper stickers for his Tesla.
That's really funny. Yeah, that's good.
Good shit. Hey, what did I say earlier? Oh, go ahead.
The funniest possible outcome would be him deporting Elon.
Yeah. Fucking Elon ain't going. Too much fucking money, bro. Hey, Harvey Weinstein. What do we say about that motherfucker?
Yeah, what about
He
him?
was found guilty on only one charge in New York sex crime, so in the retrial. Not the other trial. Not the other charge, man. Just one. I told you fucking Harvey's getting off, bro. He's walking free.
No,
He's
I don't.
walking free, man. They had no fucking evidence. Harvey
No.
was fucking railroaded once again.
So I'm looking this up right now, but Harvey Weinstein was accused. That's the retrial. Like, I'm pretty sure his sentence is already secured for at least like 25 years, and the motherfucker's like 71 or some shit.
Bullshit, man.
Yeah.
The man is always up our ass.
He's
That's all I'm saying.
He's incarcerated for 16 years. 16 years.
Shit, he can get some time off for good behavior now.
And then the New York
Now
Convention.
that the fucking justice system has railroaded another man and another upstanding citizen.
So his retrial ended up with getting the 23 years turned over, but he still got to serve 16 years, dude.
He'll be out in a month, bro.
Can we just
You're
circle
stoned.
He will
dude.
be
circle
out
back
in a month.
to Jersey Shore for 1 second? Because one of the tweets was, "This is going to be Elon's next tweet," and it's Sam. The first night, That one literally sent me over the edge. I was crying, laughing.
You know what's crazy? I've been rewatching The Jersey Shore.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why. I didn't watch it the first time.
Why?
You were too old, bro.
Yeah.
You were way too old.
Sorry. I have to agree with him on this one. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you were old, bro.
Jizz on that shit, bro.
What do you mean? Jersey Shore was for young people.
You're watching like the
What the fuck?
OG.
Bitch, you were like 10 when that show came out.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I was young. I was watching. No, I was like 12, dude.
And
if you would have said in the teens, I'd have been like, oh, okay. No, but went from 10 to 12. Same fucking thing.
I had a Twitter when the Jersey Shore was going on, and I would literally remember people tweeting out T-shirt time, and like, see, you don't even get that fucking loser
you
shit,
guys
dude.
get Gym Tan laundry either. Damn.
GTL, man.
GTL, man.
That was GTP.
So you're watching the original Jersey Shore, not like the Family Vacation?
No, I watched.
It doesn't matter. Jizz on all that shit, bro.
But okay, I'll tell you. Like, I was watching the original Jersey Shore, and like, it's so funny to rewatch things as you're older, because I was rewatching it and thinking to myself, Ronnie, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Throughout the whole time, like I'm worried about things I say on this podcast. The dude was wilding out in TV, in reality TV, and he was just laying it all out for the world to see.
Dude, and my favorite part is Vinny and fucking Pauly.
Yeah,
just
they're
like,
the best.
oh my god,
The bromance, the original bromance, dude. No, dude, so again, I was rewatching it just because it was just something to watch, and as I was rewatching it, man, it kind of hit me that like, oh, like, this is kind of like how life is. Like, first you're partying all the fucking time, losing your mind. You know, is this girl DTF?
Yeah, so when are you going to grow out of that phase?
Oh, my God.
Well, he's rewatching it, so he's got to rebuild it.
So he's just got to relive it. Yeah.
Right,
Shut the fuck.
He's got to rebuild it up.
I haven't said, oh, is this girl DTF in like fucking... No, I never said that. Like, no, straight up.
Cut in the clip of him with his 19-hour boner.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
I guarantee you that day you were like, you know what, baby girl,
No.
you down to fuck, look at this.
Bro.
Stacking and packing.
You know that Superman X-ray vision?
Yeah.
That's what I had. Bro. Those honey packs fucked me up, bro. And like, you know what was crazy?
What?
It was like I slept with somebody that time, and then like afterwards I was just still on fire. And,
Wow.
and that's when I ended up in Ocean View beach, and I went to the ocean,
And
right?
he was trying to look up Sean Combs to see if he could join a freak off or something.
This fucking guy. That's fucking crazy.
I got 6 more hours in me.
Bro, no, that was after hour 2. I thought I had like maybe 1 more hour of this effect. It lasted for like 19 hours, and I remember floating in the ocean and then just being like this.
You were fucking up. If you were floating with your dick up and you didn't sink, that's for fucking sure.
You know, I looked like a
It was
lighthouse.
like a buoy, motherfucker.
Looked like a lighthouse. Fuck,
He just
man.
was hoping to float away.
Yeah, bro.
I just want to die.
Dude, I was like, if I would have stayed in that water I would have kept swimming until I found a dolphin or something, bro. I was wilding, dude.
He's over here fighting a killer whale or something. Shit.
Bro, with that, I would have fucked Shamu. Don't matter, bro.
It's
Don't
a
matter.
mammal. It's a mammal.
It's a mammal.
Wow.
Oh yeah. No, and the thing is, every dolphin on Earth would have known at that point. It would have been all over the world, bro. Dude, there was no turning back, bro. It was terrible, man. I was like, what the fuck?
hate
This
you.
is awful, bro. No, but I remember I came back in because
You came.
no.
Okay,
So I had sex and like I pretended to come because I just couldn't keep going.
Wow.
It was like an hour.
So how do you do that as a guy?
You lie. This is what I do. Yeah. Like you're throwing an ultimate frisbee. Yeah.
So the girl who you had sex with is listening to this, and she's like she's punching the air, like, I knew he faked it.
Yeah, I never told her I faked it, but it just wasn't doing it. I don't think it was her. I think it was, and again, I don't think.
That's the ultimate breakup. It's not you.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
It's me.
It probably was me, but like I was just like over the moon. I was like, this is
literally.
I was like, this is way too many. Yeah. Speaking of the moon, I could have fucked the moon. Like, bro,
except for the whole no air thing. I mean, that would have fucking hurt you.
Didn't matter. All the air would have been on my dick. Would have lasted. Bro, I remember afterwards she was just like, because she left, and then I went to. I didn't end up in Ocean View because I was just like, I need to cool down.
Right.
It was because like some friends hit me up and was like, hey, we're at the beach. And then I just went out into the ocean after we were hanging out because I was like, I can't operate right now. And so I went out to the ocean, came back, and she was just like, hey, I had a great time with you, da-da-da-da. And then she was just like, hey, do you want to meet up later? And I was like, we can meet up now. What's she talking about, dude? And I remember this after the podcast because I was just like, I was laughing about it, like when I was driving home. But like, seriously, dude, I remember calling her up after that conversation. She came to the condo and then literally like, bro, it happened again. Like okay, by the way, I didn't shower. Because
you fucking nasty.
Yeah, because I forgot.
Jesus.
Right, I forgot. Like I took.
So how many days was this? You little dirty ball buck?
No, it wasn't. It was like
You didn't shower after the ocean.
Yeah, after the ocean. So like, it was.
I don't know what's worse.
Yeah.
So that I wiped myself off, and
oh wow, you had a whore bath. Got it.
And then I didn't think about it, and then she was just like, "Hey, you want to come?" And then I was like, "All right, cool." And then she came over, and then cool. And then we did it again. It was like 3-hour span difference. She had to go do something at work and then come back. And then she was just like, hey, I'm still, I was like, all right, cool. So then I remember after the fact, still didn't, right? I was still on fire and she left. And then she was just like, do you not find me attractive? And then that's what made me piece together. Oh, she might know. That I was.
That's what it took.
Because the second time, bro, the second
so
time.
You faked twice.
Yeah, but the second time was like outrageously bad fake, dude.
Oh, how was it? It wasn't even.
Yeah, demonstrate.
Yeah,
it wasn't that. What was it?
No, it was if I caught a bowling ball.
Yeah.
And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we have to wrap because Bory has to leave.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like I faked it. Yeah.
I hate you.
I completely faked it, and she picked up on it, and then afterwards she was like, "Do you not find?" And I was like, "No, I do." Why would you say that? She was like, "Did you fake coming?" I was like, no, babe. What are you talking about?
Cried a little.
No, my babe. What are you talking about?
Hey, this has definitely not.
Yeah.
And then she bought me wings.
Wow.
Okay, wait. That's it.
That's it. Okay, so the show's available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. You can follow us there. Don't forget to leave ratings and comments and subscribe if you're not already.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this hell hole of a show.